The Friendly Dragon. In a quiet village surrounded by green hills and tall trees, there lived a lonely dragon named Drake. Drake dwelled in a cozy cave tucked away in the forest, where the sunlight peeked through the leaves, casting dancing shadows on the ground. Every day, Drake watched the children of the village playing in the meadows from afar. He longed to join them, to have friends to share his days with. But being a dragon, Drake was feared by the villagers, and they kept their distance. Drake spent his days exploring the forest, collecting shiny rocks and sparkling gems to decorate his cave. But despite his treasures, he felt a deep emptiness inside, yearning for companionship. One sunny afternoon, while Drake was gazing at the village from his cave, he spotted a group of children wandering into the forest. Curiosity sparked within Drake's heart as he watched them laughing and playing together. The children, named Timmy, Sarah, and Lily, were unaware of Drake's presence as they skipped along the forest path, their laughter echoing through the trees. Drake felt a pang of longing as he watched them, wishing he could join in their fun. Summoning his courage, Drake cautiously approached the children, his large wings folded neatly against his back. The children gasped in surprise when they saw him, but Drake offered them a gentle smile, hoping to convey his friendliness. After a moment of hesitation, Timmy, the bravest of the group, stepped forward and spoke to Drake in a timid voice. "Are you a real dragon?" he asked, his eyes wide with wonder. Drake nodded, his heart racing with anticipation. "Yes, I am," he replied softly. "But please don't be afraid. I just want to be your friend." The children exchanged uncertain glances before Sarah, with a smile, took a step closer to Drake. "We're not scared," she said, her voice filled with warmth. "We'd love to be your friends, Mr. Dragon." And with those words, Drake's lonely heart soared with joy as he welcomed the children into his world, knowing that he had finally found the companionship he had been searching for. Drake's heart swelled with happiness as he welcomed Timmy, Sarah, and Lily into his cave. The children's eyes sparkled with excitement as they looked around, marveling at the treasures that adorned the walls. Drake showed them his collection of shiny rocks and colorful gems, each one carefully arranged on shelves carved into the stone. "Wow, these are amazing," exclaimed Timmy, reaching out to touch a glittering crystal. As they explored the cave, Drake shared stories of his adventures, from soaring through the sky to diving into crystal-clear lakes. The children listened intently, hanging on to every word. "We've had adventures too," said Lily, her voice filled with excitement. "But we've never met a real dragon before." Drake chuckled, his eyes twinkling with amusement. "And I've never met such brave adventurers like you," he replied, his heart warming at the thought of the children's friendship. As the afternoon sun began to dip below the horizon, the children realized it was time to return to the village. Reluctantly, they bid Drake farewell, promising to visit him again soon. "Thank you for showing us your cave, Mr. Dragon," said Sarah, giving Drake a warm hug. "We can't wait to come back and hear more of your stories." Drake smiled, feeling a sense of belonging he had never known before. "You're welcome anytime," he said, his voice filled with gratitude. "You've made this old dragon very happy." With a wave goodbye, the children made their way back to the village, their hearts full of excitement and wonder. And as Drake watched them go, he knew that he had found true friends in Timmy, Sarah, and Lily. Friends who would fill his days with joy and laughter. The days passed quickly, and Drake's bond with Timmy, Sarah, and Lily grew stronger with each passing adventure. Together, they explored every corner of the forest, discovering hidden caves, sparkling streams, and secret meadows. With Drake's help, the children climbed tall trees, their laughter echoing through the branches as they reached for the sky. Drake's wings shimmered in the sunlight as he soared through the air, his heart filled with joy at the sight of his friends having fun. One day, as they wandered deeper into the forest, they stumbled upon a dark, mysterious cave, hidden behind a curtain of vines. Timmy, always eager for adventure, suggested they explore it, and the others eagerly agreed. With Drake leading the way, they ventured into the cave, their footsteps echoing off the walls as they ventured deeper into the darkness. Suddenly, they heard a faint rustling sound, and Drake's keen senses picked up the scent of something lurking nearby. Before anyone could react, a pair of glowing eyes appeared in the darkness, followed by a low growl that sent shivers down their spines. But Drake stood tall, his fiery breath lighting up the cave and revealing a family of friendly rabbits huddled in the shadows. Relieved, the children laughed and played with the rabbits, their fears forgotten as they shared stories and snacks. Drake watched over them protectively, his heart swelling with pride at the bravery of his friends. As the sun began to set, they bid farewell to the rabbits and made their way back to the village, their hearts full of adventure and excitement. And as they said goodbye to Drake for the day, they knew that no matter where their adventures took them, they would always have a friend in the friendly dragon. As the days went by, the village was greeted by a stormy afternoon. Dark clouds rolled in, bringing with them fierce winds and heavy rain. The villagers hurried to secure their homes and belongings, but despite their efforts, the storm grew stronger by the minute. Timmy, Sarah, and Lily huddled together in the village square, their faces filled with worry as they watched the storm rage on. Drake sensed their fear and knew he had to do something to help. With a determined look in his eyes, Drake spread his wings and took to the sky, his powerful wings beating against the wind as he soared into the heart of the storm. Lightning crackled in the distance, but Drake pressed on, his heart filled with determination to protect his friends. Down below, the villagers looked up in amazement as Drake flew above them, his majestic form a beacon of hope in the darkness. With a mighty roar, Drake unleashed a burst of fire into the sky, illuminating the clouds and scattering them with his power. The storm clouds began to dissipate, the wind died down, and the rain slowed to a gentle drizzle. The villagers cheered with joy and gratitude as they realized they were safe, thanks to the brave dragon who had come to their rescue. Timmy, Sarah, and Lily rushed forward to thank Drake, their eyes shining with admiration. "You saved us, Mr. Dragon," exclaimed Sarah, throwing her arms around Drake's neck. Drake smiled, his heart swelling with pride at the gratitude of his friends. "I couldn't let anything happen to you," he said softly. "You mean the world to me." And as the sun broke through the clouds, casting a warm glow over the village, Drake knew that he would always be there to protect his friends, for they were more than just companions. They were family.